LightMode, turn that frown around. Bright side vibes bouncing all around. Hopes bursting out, laughter everywhere. Packed with pure joy, we're taking you there. LightMode, wonder we bring. Good times forever, hear us sing. Feel the beat. Flip your feet.
Well. Look at the new setup. Yeah. And there's some guy down. No. The camera always there. I can't get. Why can I not point? There we go. That direction right there. There you go. That guy right there. We have a special guest and still pointing the wrong direction. I digress. It's going to be a special one tonight, folks. This is episode 15. Can you believe it? We've got 15 episodes under our belt now. And to celebrate 15, we have our first guest host, Mr. Matt Houston himself, the unmeasurable, uncomparable, unattainable, incomparable. I said that already, didn't I? Man with the luscious grin and the mouth that never stops. Matt Houston. I'll let him introduce himself in a second. I am John, the insane person that put this thing together and convinced these people to do it with me. We are here to flip your feeds. This is the LightMode Podcast, where we turn your doom scrolling into hope scrolling. Our intent every week is to bring some hope, some joy into your life, to highlight some creators that can educate you, that can uplift you, that can bring joy to you, or otherwise put a smile on your face or make you cry through happiness and tears. Make these cheeks hurt and not these cheeks hurt. But yeah, that's what we're all about. I love Jesus, love all things nerd culture, love all things social media. I believe technology can be leveraged to reach people that aren't normally reached. And that's what we are all about. And because we have a guest, I will throw it to Mr. Matt Houston to introduce thyself, sir.
Hello, everybody. As John said, my name is Matt Houston, but there's no problem. So just saying, I'm really excited to be on tonight.
I love it.
Yeah, no, so it's really dope, man. I love this. It's called, I'm actually not just a guest on here, but I'm actually a fan of the podcast. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's really, really dope to be a part of this and get to see, be part of what I think is episode, 15. And
15.
We're going to look back in a few hundred episodes and be like, dang, I was back there on episode 15.
The OG
yeah,
crew,
right?
first year.
So it's going to be awesome. So we love it. I'm really excited for tonight. It's going to be an amazing time.
Awesome. Yeah. We're happy to have you, dude. I'm super stoked to have you on the podcast. Other Matt, not lesser Matt, just other Matt. Go ahead and introduce thyself.
Lesser Matt here, for sure. No, I'm Matt also. I am a husband, father, Christ follower, just a fun, loving guy. I like to live, laugh, and love and all that good stuff. So,
live, laugh, love. Yeah.
Just thinking
He's going to take a trip down to Home Goods later and buy some pillows.
I was say, I'm just reading the signs on my wall to get inspiration for what to say. No, but I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, that sums my life up.
Nice.
Living, laughing, loving.
On that note, Miss Katelyn.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Katelyn. I am a mother, a Christ follower. I'm a wife. I'm about to be celebrating 12 years this May. Super exciting.
Wow.
And if I go off of inspiration of the room that I'm in, my superpower is making people smile as much as I can and praying for them whenever they need it. So I'm in a room full of superheroes. You can't tell because this is the glamorous side of my room, but everywhere else is superhero.
Huh.
So.
Do you have your heater going?
No, I don't. It must be something in the hallway.
The fire hazard that's going to burn your
No,
house.
I don't.
Because it's a heater from like 1902.
I don't. I bet you right on the other side of this wall, and Zachary, if you're listening to me, y'all probably left it on, is the fan in the bathroom.
That's probably what it is. I'm definitely hearing it. Okay.
I'll just mute when I'm not talking.
It's all good. We'll fix it in post.
Honestly, that heater.
Hold on him, John. He's hold on him.
He's
not my heater.
He's got to vent those fumes. I'm just saying. Zach, love you, brother, but we know you're a large man. of great stature and height, and I'm sure they're legendary, my friend. And we'll just leave it at that.
Hey, listen, I'm just
Well,
glad it's that and not that space heater because that thing is a legitimate fire hazard.
Yeah,
I was
I think-
concerned for you.
I think I'm actually gonna have to get rid of it because I was using it the other day and my foot touched the cord and the cord was really hot.
Oh,
So I think it's
Caitlin,
time.
was hot.
Get rid of that thing, man.
I
The
think I'm
cord
gonna
was
have.
hot?
Yeah. Do you need to see what this heater looks like? Should I show them?
Yes, please. I
About
think,
to have
I
another
think just
guest.
For another
Oh,
guest,
gosh.
yes.
Another
Y'all
guest on the
don't cringe.
podcast.
Don't come at me.
That belongs in a museum.
Honestly.
It does. It does. Don't. Okay. It's sentimental. Okay.
Oh.
Don't come at
Oh.
me.
Okay, chat. When you see this thing,
Oh,
please tell her to
my
get a new one.
Lord. Oh, I first thought it was a toaster.
It keeps me toasty. That's for
I
sure.
mean, yeah,
I
no,
mean,
that's
It's
Fire
a
hazard.
1320
so much so.
service fan force radiant heater. Caution source of possible ignition, high temperature, keep combustible materials away from front of the heater.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna look this thing up. It's
See-
probably an antique.
It has to be.
It
I
has
mean,
to
that
be. It's
it legit looks like it
fabulous.
belongs in like a 1960s household with all the future space tech type of stuff, like with the Jetsons.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the kind of
my
the
husband
vibes
has-
is.
My husband complained that our electricity bill's gone up too high and that that's the cause of it. So,
That
Yeah,
thing would have looked
that-
old in A Christmas Story. You know, the one that was set in like 1950s. That would have been their
Yes.
antique.
Or the what's it called, was it Miracle on 34th Street?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna
let me
it's
text
absolutely
him.
insane.
Let me text them to turn that. Thing
Well,
off.
while Caitlin's taking care of the ventilation problem, so this is episode 15, and our theme today is healing. And some of us struggled. Some of us had an instant, yes, this is one I've been waiting for. Fair warning, if you are sensitive, there will be tears. There will be emotions. And I'm just going to go ahead and say for myself in particular, bear with me because this one's going to get me choked up. Now, not all of ours. Some of them we're going to laugh at because some of them are funny. But some of them are very sentimental. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast yet, just want to throw that out to you. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up and the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload. We have new episodes every Saturday. We are also not just a YouTube podcast. We are on the audio platforms as well. So you can go follow us over on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music as well. We actually have a growing audience over there. I'm kind of happy and stoked about that. But we're at 39. Can we just get over the 40 mark? You know, and if you really want to, can you get us over the 50? And, you know, while I'm on my knees begging, can you get us up to the 100 subscribers on YouTube? I think the presence of Mr. Matt H can bring us to 100 subs on YouTube. What do you think, Matt?
So we believe it. We hope so. Yes, amen.
I mean, when you think about it, that's right on the doorstep of 1 million, man. So
I mean, it's right there.
Yeah,
It's
one in many.
right
Heck yeah.
there.
Right, we're just on the precipice. Yes.
on the precipice of the next step.
Precipice. So Caitlin, what's new with you this week? Anything interesting happening?
Not too interesting. Other than the weather being kind of insane. I just got back. It's kind of weird how like where we end off. Sometimes the week goes by so fast I can't remember like what I said last week to this week. But I think it was this past weekend. I just got back from Kentucky. I went to celebrate a baby shower of someone that I've gotten to pray over and witness a miracle of becoming pregnant after 12 years of trying.
That's awesome.
And I would have never met her. I met her through social media. She
Wow.
live streams on TikTok like I live stream on TikTok. And so complete strangers driving over to Kentucky to spend a weekend celebrating someone. I got to do her makeup. So if you see her video, her glamour is from me. But that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And it's just kind of been like super busy this week. So I'm just pushing towards my goals. I'm gaining interest in my devotional I'm writing. God's good. I'm just excited.
Awesome. Momentum. That's exactly what you need. Keep
Absolutely.
on trucking one foot in front of the other. See, this is gonna mess me up. Like, which
Yeah.
Matt do I
You
go
just gotta
to?
say who answers first. You just gotta put it out there.
It's like a toss-up ball at the beginning of a game. Like,
Just tip off.
tip off. Mr. Matt H. Anything new with you this week? Anything interesting you feel like you want to share?
It's just kind of it's one thing I can say though too. It's like I think this past week truly has been one of those where it's like God's starting to put like prayers that I've prayed for they're starting to come to fruition
All
now,
right.
and it's been kind of crazy and cool to see them happening, but also like overwhelming stuff too. It's like I mean, I did pray for this, but I don't think I'm ready for this. But he's like, but the Lord's been trusting me with what He's giving me, so I try to be a good steward with what He's given me. So
Awesome.
yeah.
So is it like new opportunities for you and stuff like that,
Yeah,
or
definitely. So new opportunities and stuff like that with
cool?
me launching my own business, stuff like that. When like the Lord's put in my heart that me launching this business is actually just I wanted to it's gonna help fund, my future the nonprofit that I want to do, to where I'm just able to show the love of Christ to everyone across this world in the best way possible. So
Love that.
believing in like the holistic person. So
Oh,
not
do
just
tell. I do love a good
yeah.
nonprofit that preaches the gospel. Share thy
Yes.
vision, sir.
So the Lord, it's crazy. Yes, I mean it's crazy. No, it's called JML, stands for Just More Love.
Okay.
Oh, love
And I
that.
truly believe is all we need is just more love, and He is love. So we just need more of Him. But basically, the Lord placed this in my heart back in 2018 about starting this nonprofit where like, hey, we're speaking to mental health, but also believing that
Hmm.
if it's kind of hard sometimes when there's people who grew up in a very I used to call my mom and grandmother called them like spiritual dry places or
Mm,
barren areas,
Hmm.
to where like, hey, it's kind of hard for me to hear about the bread of life when I'm thinking about the bread I have no bread actually
come
coming
on.
into my life.
Come on.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm worried about where my next meal is coming from, it's kind of hard to think about eternity.
Hmm.
So so it's like if I believe I'm like, you know what, and the Lord says to feed those let's go take care of the widows, to feed the homeless, and love those people. So I believe, you know what, if we're able to meet people where they are, it's so much easier to it's once we're able to take care of that spiritual that physical need, so much easier speaking to the spiritual one.
Yeah.
So
That's
Love
good.
that's
that
kind of
so
where
much.
that's my heart. So like so right now I'm working on trying to build my first community center in my hometown and go from there. But it takes money. It does take money.
Hey,
So
it takes
so
money,
yes.
and I can tell you that if God blesses let me just say when God blesses Light Mode Podcast,
Mhm.
we will be a supporter of that. Absolutely, one
Yes,
hundred
yeah.
percent. Because that I can't speak for Caitlin and Matt, but I'm pretty sure they're right on board with it as well. But that is my heart as well, and
Yeah.
it's insane that that is your heart, and you're on the episode about healing, and you're gonna
Yeah.
love the person in the ministry that I'm gonna highlight because it is right up your alley, sir.
Dude.
That's what.
I'm pumped, man. I'm so pumped. Like this is a really dope opportunity because like I say it all the time, JML's my baby, So it's like one of those things where it's like I've been working on it for a long time now. I'm about crazy enough about to go on what's called 8 years now. So it's just
Wow.
really one of those things where it's like it's been studious and taking my lumps with it and learning it because I legit was 18 years old when the Lord put in my heart and tried to
Yeah.
start this thing, and I had no idea how to do anything and everything, and
Yeah.
went from even almost to the point where like this call where I was got audited by the IRS because like, oh, I didn't know I didn't have a nonprofit license to just be able to get money away.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like it's a God thing for sure, but I'm really just blessed and humbled to even to learn from that and grow from that and to be part of that. So I love when people come along and partner with us because I believe I think when the kingdom of God comes together, that's when great things happen.
You'll be
Absolutely.
So
amazed.
yeah.
You will truly be amazed, and it still amazes me and John because we'll talk about it how we'll think and want and dream, or we'll ask for God to give us the plans that He has for us,
Hmm.
and just like it says, like ask and knock and seek and you will find. It's kind of like this really awesome treasure hunt that we're a part of because if we go and seek it out, we'll find it. The little nuggets and sometimes the people that He'll place in our life. That's like you didn't know you needed it until they're in your life, and you're like, oh, now I know why I met you. It's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
so good.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's so
It
real.
it reminds me too, like just when my wife and I before like we stepped out into the mission field, back in 2017. One of the core verses for us was that verse in Proverbs that just says, "Man makes his plans, but the Lord directs his steps." And so we put plans together, and then we had to step out. We had to start stepping in order for the Lord to actually direct our steps. Um, And sometimes, you make your plans and you start stepping out, and then he starts leading you in a direction that you didn't even fully intend or maybe see coming at all. And it might seem big and daunting and scary, but it's like the most exciting place to be. So that's exciting, man. I'm really excited just to hear that vision, and just as you step out, he's gonna direct your steps, and he's gonna open the right doors and bring the right people in. And so I'm excited to see what comes of that in the coming months and years, man.
Absolutely. And dude, buckle up, because when God spends years preparing you and that opportunity comes along, it's white knuckles, wild horses, yeah, and you'll be moving faster and further than you ever thought. And
what's amazing to see is, and I've just met you tonight, it's amazing to see, and it's weird, John's going to laugh when I say this, someone so young yet so far already in their faith and in their journey with the Lord. It's pretty awesome. And like, even I can't imagine the people listening to this podcast even right now, just how that kind of ignites some sort of flame in them, because it's like, wow, it's inspirational seeing someone that's like just boldly yet subtly on fire at the same time, to where like you're almost having to reserve yourself, because I can see and feel your excitement, and that can literally ignite someone literally just by hearing you. So that's really awesome.
you don't need to reserve yourself on this podcast.
I mean,
If you're talking about Jesus and hyping up Jesus, you have all the room that you need.
Man.
So where are you at in the ministry? Like, are you like an established organization? Do you have a website, social media, and stuff like that, or is it still in the gestation stages?
Yeah, so we officially, I got my 501c3 status. Haven't been on the website and stuff yet, but that's in the works, because we did have one, and we still have social media. What's called, because what we were doing was to raise money for our missions. We're selling T-shirts, merch, and everything of that nature to help fund for kind of the things the Lord's placed in our heart to do. Because like we want to we want to go for legitimately create an international network, to where it's like, the best way to describe it to people is like, imagine like the YMCA meets Billy Graham slash just a great great international connection of where we're able to do believers and to do from crusades to legitimately just do actually everyday life with people in these communities. Because we don't just need pop-ups, but we need people to be prevalent and consistent in these lives, and because what we need is discipleship.
Yeah.
So I believe is that we able to do these amazing things. So yeah. So right now we just got the certification, and kind of working on our board of directors right now, and kind of got the big plan, and trying to make everything more practical, because I think it's like you said, it's taking me some time to get to this part where it's like, I'm very, I don't know if you could tell, I'm a fast talker, and I'm a big vision guy. So like like I said, my mom says it all the time, I can sell a blind man a mirror. I can my grandma said I can make the desert sound like an oasis. So like, I'm really good at, like, I can sell it. I can pitch the big ideas, but like, all right, cool. Now can we make this in a more practical, everyday step thing? How can we put these things in practice, and trust in the Lord, and let Him lead everything I do?
Love that. Well, however I can help in that, whether it's social media or John will tell you, like, the business processes, John's got my number. You just call me up. I'll give you all the advice I can help you with.
Yeah, we'd love to get behind you, and definitely send me links to your socials. We'll shout. I mean, granted, we don't have the million followers yet, but this is the first of many times that I believe Matt Houston is going to be on our podcast. So this will just be the first time we promote your. What's the name of it again?
Just More Love.
Just More Love. Okay.
And it's JMLs for short. Yeah.
JML. So we'll put it in just like we hype the creators and give links to the creators. If you send me the links to that, I'll go ahead and drop it under your name along with your personal socials, as long as you want me to share those, whatever. You don't have to. That's up to you.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it, dude. You last week, for those that watched the episode that just went up, you saw the birthday party, and we can talk about that. That's insane. But before the birthday party, Matt was sitting on the couch behind me, man. This kid this kid, I shouldn't say this
Kid.
man, this young man, is so full of passion, and is vibrant and just has that fire that, like, I'm sitting here with the bellows in my heart trying to stoke that fire because now I'm getting on the, later on in life and I just don't have the energy anymore. But dude, it was so refreshing to hear your passion, hear your talk about what's going on in your life, and if it can be routed to doing things for the kingdom, absolutely, dude, chase it.
Yeah.
And we would love whatever we can do, even in our small capabilities now, but whatever we can do to help you chase that passion and further that mission. We will be there every step of the way along that journey. So
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. Love to hear that. I love to hear that.
So other Matt, what's new? Other Matt, not lesser Matt. I have to keep saying that. Maybe
Matt,
shorter
not
Matt.
lesser
I don't know who's taller.
I don't know. Probably about the. I don't know.
We're pretty close. I think he might be a little taller than I.
I don't
Matt
know,
with
man.
the magnificent mustachio.
There you go.
What's new
There
with
you
you
go.
this week?
This week, man, it's been a wild week. My kids are on spring break, so now obviously we're homeschooled, so they're always home. So it's not different in that sense. But my wife actually took the kids to visit some family in Winter Park. So they're actually gone the past 2 days. So they just got back late last night. So I kind of didn't know what to do with myself. It was kind of weird.
I'm free, but now
Yeah,
I'm
sorta.
bored.
Yeah, it was like
You really don't know how much time you have in a day until you don't have any kids around.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy.
it was wild, but it was nice because I got to have dinner with my mom. It was good just to spend some time there, and so yeah, it's just been a busy week with work, making some progress on some projects, and so it feels good to do that. But other than that, I don't know, nothing else really new at this moment. Just trying to do better with my setup here because, as you'll see last week, I just kept disappearing.
He kept doing
So
That's a part of the act. Matt.
I promise it wasn't intentional. It was just it was a magical moment. That's
it fit
a
the
series of magical
Yeah,
moments.
it was right on theme.
Yeah. So I just spent some time right before this podcast actually just running a new hard line directly to my computer from my router. So hey, so far so good.
So far, so good.
We'll see what happens. The night is still young, but
You've healed your issue.
let's hope. But yeah, how about you, Katelyn? What's new with you this week?
Well, I
you
think
already
we already
go?
talked to Caitlin. It's me. You forgot. That.
It's you, John. It's you, John.
I see how much
Man,
you love me, man.
I'm sorry. It's already been a
I
long.
won't
It's,
not take it personally. I promise.
it's already been a long week, so obviously
Long week this day. Okay, I got
long
you.
week. Today was a long week, dude.
For me,
So John, yeah, what's new with you
I
this week?
learned
Yeah.
that Floridians don't really celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Oof.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
And I mean, yeah, they turned the bay in Tampa Bay green or the river or whatever, and like
Really?
there's a bunch of Irish pubs and restaurants around where people do the thing. But at least where we live, where Matt and I live, it's a big non-thing. So like in my house, if I don't put green on the instant I wake up on St. Patrick's Day, I'm getting pinched. And I'm not even Irish, and my wife likes to think she's Irish, but she's not even Irish.
funny.
But we've always celebrated it in our house. So I made Irish beef stew and Colcannon. Do you guys know what Colcannon is?
No, what is that? Do
Okay,
tell.
so we get into food talk a little bit sometimes here on the podcast. So Colcannon, it's either going to be yes, that's delicious, or why would you do that to mashed potatoes, depending on where you fall. So like my son is like the why would you do that to mashed potatoes. Colcannon is where you take smoked delicious thick bacon and you get it all crispy in a pan, and then you put in thin sliced cabbage. And then you put in like green onion or leek. I used green onion because I don't really like leeks. I think they're gritty sometimes. And then some garlic. And then you put in mashed potatoes with butter and cream or sour cream. I use the sour cream, and you mix it all together, and it makes this mash with bacon and cabbage and onions in it, and you serve it
Just loaded mashed
underneath the Irish stew. And it is like so
What's
good.
in
My
the
first
Irish
time making it.
stew?
So, well, I was missing one very important ingredient. It's supposed to be Guinness Irish stew.
No.
And
okay.
I could not find one can of Guinness anywhere. I don't know why. So apparently somebody's celebrating St. Patrick's Day. But, you know, like Walmart was sold out. The 7-Eleven was empty. All the places I went to had no Guinness. But anyway, so I made Guinness Irish stew without the Guinness. My wife probably likes it better that way. I think it adds a nice chocolatey flavor to the stew. I digress. Okay. It had fresh grass. Thank you, Rita. I know you don't watch this podcast, but Matt knows who Rita is. I got some grass-fed beef from a lovely saint, an angel of a woman at the church, and we that's what we put in there. And it came with the shoulder bone too. So I scooped all that marrow out.
Oh man!
It had peas, mushrooms, carrots, onions. And then, you know, your various seasonings, paprika, garlic, onion powder, salt, pepper.
I'm sure Katelyn would love that.
Yeah, Katelyn would touch it.
I would have loved to cook it. I did learn that. I had no idea that there was special, you know, ingredients associated with St. Patrick's Day until I have someone on my team at work who was in a St. Patrick's Day parade in New Orleans. Oh, wow. And apparently they throw things off of a float, but I'm thinking like candy, things like that. No, they throw cabbages, apples, other ingredients. Had no idea, so I had a very educational meeting this week on asking someone how their weekend was. And apparently people go home and then cook said cabbage.
Yep.
And now John did that.
Cabbage is a huge part of it. Traditionally, we used to do corned beef and cabbage. That's like your traditional Irish St. Patrick's Day thing. Although, from what I understand, people from Ireland don't even eat corned beef and cabbage. They're like, these crazy Americans. It's just an excuse to dye everything green and eat cabbage. And I like cabbage. I don't necessarily like what it does to all of my family members. It's kind of like revisiting the story we talked about with the beans and cornbread. Like I don't get it. But I do once a year when St. Patrick's Day comes along, we do allow cabbage in the house, and I would prefer greens. You know, that's my type of thing, and that's weird for me to say.
Collard greens,
but,
that makes more sense.
Oh, I love collard greens.
But collard greens are nice thick pork chop with some collard greens and some mashed potatoes.
My grandmother would cook a whole pound and a half of bacon. I would get the bacon. She would use the grease for the collard greens.
Oh my goodness!
Caitlin is like Elf, Matt. If you haven't, like, you know, where Elf stuck to the three main food groups, like syrup, candy, and soda, or whatever it was. Caitlin sticks to like four main food groups: bacon, homemade spaghetti, cheese pizza, and I'm trying to think of what the next one would be. French fries.
Potatoes.
That's pretty much it.
Just potatoes.
Yeah, there's categories of potatoes. Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay. The more you know. The more you know.
It is an interesting rabbit hole, my friend, and it makes you go like, I don't understand, but okay.
It's worked for 31 years. I'll take it.
Hey, if it's working, don't stop it, you know?
Right? God blesses people in mysterious ways, and he's blessed me with being an anomaly, and I'll take it.
I need to get her a t-shirt that says "Fueled by Bacon." You know?
Yes. You know what's funny? I won't even tell you my mysterious snack over here.
Okay, see, now you got to tell us. Like,
I
can't tease it.
Some people, okay, y'all are going to say I'm weird, okay, but well, I don't care.
Caitlin, we've already established that.
Well, you know how some people eat beef jerky?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Jerky good.
Okay.
I eat
Jerky
bacon
very
bits. The real bacon bits is my jerky.
That's not that weird though. Like that's.
No.
Okay, so
I would eat that if that was in front of you right now.
Right?
I don't want to yuck your yum, but turn that thing over and read the ingredients on the back of that.
John, do you think
If it
I
says
was
more
thinking
than
that
just
too.
bacon, then what are you doing?
What do you mean? It's bacon.
And
Salt.
okay, well then I guess you're good. I
Yeah,
thought
it's real bacon.
it says it right on the back.
Yeah, it's real. It's not crunchy. It's just real bacon. It's like literally like bacon jerky.
We're not trying to hide anything. This is real. I promise.
Yeah, ingredients: bacon, salt, sugar. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's good then.
Okay.
All right.
0 carbs, a lot of sodium.
I would imagine.
Thoughts and
Only
prayers.
30 calories
This
per
little thing called
serving.
cholesterol too.
30 calories per serving. Serving size is only 1 teaspoon though. There's 81 servings per this bag. I'm sorry,
81.
What do you mean the serving size isn't a handful?
It says everything's better with real bacon. Amen to that. Amen.
I would
Here.
agree. I would agree with that.
I mean,
I want to
Nice.
ask how
My
long
rule
it
of
takes you
thumb-
to finish that bag.
over under 3 days.
3 days.
No,
Oh.
that's hilarious.
Well, after she eats all of that bacon and has a mild heart attack, she's going to need some healing. So maybe
Hey.
these creators. I'm not speaking that over you, Katelyn. I know you're. I don't.
No,
your,
fun fact, and I checked
your
out for
bloodstream system, your biology has some way of filtering that stuff that I don't understand. Matt Houston, I'm telling you, I went to Waffle House with this girl one time, and she sat down and ordered a full pound of bacon. Like
What?
she
What's-
just
No
ordered
exaggeration.
bacon to eat.
What's crazy is like I actually, this is not a fun fact, but like I actually had, after my surgery, I had to go to the hospital to get checked out because I really legit thought I was having a heart attack.
Oh no.
But
Oh, no.
if I was not having a heart attack. It was just like,
You just needed
I
more
guess
bacon.
reflux can present itself as a
Gas
heart attack.
pains.
Yeah.
Call
In
it
other
a day.
ways-
Yeah, acid reflux is
But-
killer.
But I will tell you that they did my blood work twice, and I was an absolute perfect clean bill of health, and I don't even drink water. I drink tea to survive off of.
God.
She is a
Yeah,
scientific anomaly. They're going to
No,
study her.
that is the most southern thing I think I've ever heard in my life. They're like, I live off of nothing but bacon and tea, and I have a perfect clean bill of health. That's
great.
hilarious.
Absolutely.
That is great.
My daughter is hoping that you guys ever see that clip of that old lady that drank Dr. Pepper her whole life?
Yes.
She's like, she was like, the doctor told me to stop drinking Dr. Pepper. I'm 104 and he's dead, and I'm still drinking Dr. Pepper.
That's what I tell to all the haters whenever I drink like a 0 like calorie soda. I'm like trying to rip on me drinking that. I'm like, listen, there's a 103-year-old lady out there who was drinking like 3 Dr. Peppers a day. I'm gonna be
Listen.
okay.
Legit. I feel that.
Shout out
That's
Bella.
hilarious. Man.
She has one of the
Shout
most
out, Bella.
epic hoodies. I love seeing it on her all the time. It says, I would drop kick a small child for a Dr. Pepper. I love it. Here on this podcast, we encourage shooting children in the woods with with airsoft guns and drop
You
kicking
can't
them
have that long of
for
a
sweet
pause.
beverages.
Yes.
You can't have that long of a pause.
I'm never
Someone
gonna
will
live that
take that
down.
out of context. We're gonna get
Yes.
canceled up in here.
That part.
That's kind
Never
of
gonna
the
live
point.
that down.
Alrighty then. On that note, let us move on to the content creator section. Let's see here. We usually play a little game. Ooh, you know what? Hold on.
Oh man,
Un
John's got a
momento,
game.
por favor.
John's got a game in mind. Oh, he's got his
He's got his dice.
dice, his
Possibly
die,
his dice.
the
His 13-sided dice.
74 sided.
He's gonna make some joke about
Oh man, now my ears are all messed up.
Let's see. He couldn't hear us, so we'll see.
Okay. Were you guys talking about me scooting my chair around?
No,
No, we were talking about you, but not about your share.
Okay. I have here a D20. All right. And so I'm going to roll it, and whoever comes closest to the number wins. So obviously you pick 1 through 20. Okay. Just wait. I'll go around. Think of your number. All right. Katelyn, what's your number?
4.
All right. Matt? Which
11.
Matt H is 11. Matt, what is that, Matt?
7.
7. The number is 8.
Oh,
So Mr.
Wow.
Maticus goes first, and then
Looks
we
like-
will do. Trying to think what's closer, 4 or 11. 11.
quick.
11's
maths.
closer. So then we'll go Matt, Katelyn, and then me. Does that work? Cool.
That works.
All right.
That works.
Let's find Matt's creator here.
Yeah, you got a lot of tabs to look through tonight.
I
man.
do. I've got quite the content here. make sure everything is not screwing up because you know me, I'm profesh.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
So I found this creator not too long ago. It was within the past several weeks, but I don't know. Seems really cool. And just I was having a hard time this week just thinking of a creator on the topic of healing, because you really can look in so many different directions when it comes to healing. But this one in particular, she actually works with I think it's a state prison, and she helps with workplace reentry for former criminals like coming out of the prison system. So
okay.
what's super cool is a lot of these prisoners, I mean, it seems like they've had like an encounter with God on some level. I mean, a lot of them. And she actually has a quadplex that they've renovated, and they like lease out the other like portions of the building to some of these prisoners as they like kind of re-enter society. And I know she catches a lot of flack for it, but I don't know, it's really cool. Just she kind of sticks to her guns, and she's really like working for the benefit and really healing of a lot of these individuals. So there's some reels on her page that I was watching and just thought they were really cool to share.
Okay.
So let me see. If you take a look, I think that one with her in the pink, I think she talks about it.
This
like
one
what
right
she
here?
does. Yeah, I think she talks about what she does there.
All right.
I want to start there.
If you're new here, hi, I'm Taylor, and this is my husband, Adam. Together we have 6 kids. Yes, I said 6. And we own a quadplex in Northwest Georgia that we only rent out to felons. The house was built in 1900 and was not well maintained, so it's become a family affair to get it back in order. And just because we exclusively rent to people with a background does not mean we are trying to be slumlords. Why do we only rent to felons? Because I help facilitate a workforce reentry program in local county jails, and I was absolutely shocked to learn the barriers to reentry that this demographic faces. We can spend all day helping to facilitate finding jobs for these people, but if they don't have anywhere to sleep or any food to eat for the first couple of months while they're trying to get on their feet, they're not going to succeed. Many of them struggle to find housing because of their background, and if they do secure housing, they can't even get their utilities turned on because their deposit is so high. We've always wanted to own an investment property, but so many pieces of the traditional investment model seem sleazy to us. This seemed like a way that we could meet the need for our community while still having that asset for our family. We often catch flack for our unique rental practices, but the way I see it, if we can use our privilege to remove barriers for some of these people, why wouldn't we?
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
I feel like that sums it up perfectly. But it's cool because if you scroll down, like she shared, there's a couple videos of one of the guys that she's been working with. Keep scrolling. I know he's got like pretty intense face tattoos. Not that one.
This guy?
That one right there, yeah. He actually like was saved and like wrote a song about it. I don't know, it's just really cool if you want to play that. That was my first encounter with this creator.
Awesome.
That's it. All this living, breathing, word of life, Philippians 4:13 says I can do all through Christ. He gave me the strength again to get it right. He gave me strength again to go and fight. He made the mute speak, the blind see. He calmed the storm and see truly his glory is amazing. He saved a wretch like me. I thought I'd die by 21, but by his grace I'm 22. When you finally hit the bottom, there's nothing else left to do. Just open the book of Joel and go look at 232. He's sufficient in all ways. So I took his cross with me every day, even though I both long and went astray. I'm the one in 99 he came to find and save. Oh, this living, breathing, word of life, Philippians 4:13 says I can do all through Christ. He gave me strength again to get it right. He gave me strength again to go and fight. Now let me testify, Jesus turned my darkness into light. Don't let the devil in with his confusion and his strife. He told me that's so bad and be contemplating life. Seen everything wrong, that's why it never turned out right. The first step is letting go. Jesus, just take the road. I can't do this on my own. Really think it's starting to show, I'm starting to grow. Time to put the challenge where the rain won't come, I give a shame. This Bible's my umbrella in the middle of the rain. Incarceration is the beast that brought me me so much pain. Look, I'm tired of living this way, that's why I'm changing names. This living, breathing, word of life, Philippians 4:13 says I can do all through Christ. He gave me strength again to get it right. He gave me strength again to go and fight.
Ari, Forrest, Frank, or Jelly Roll, get a hold of this one, make a song out of it.
Yeah, that's tough.
So,
That's transformation, man. Like,
yeah, man, that's so good.
you can tell his life was hard before. I mean, just looking at him, and to have that come out of the dude. Plus, anything that Bonnie likes. Shout out Bonnie Beal.
Oh, hey.
I'm down for. So I'm gonna go ahead and
there
like
it
that.
is. Yeah.
Another cosign.
But that's awesome.
I mean, that was one of the first things I thought of when just we came up with the topic of healing for this week. Like truly, like he has gone through a level of healing. Like if you just look at, I mean, just the physical signs, just completely head to toe tatted up all over his face. And to be singing about like the redemption and love of Christ, and I don't know, it's just super cool. So I know, like, I don't know how long she's been like active on social media, and I know she probably shares a mixture of like her own personal family stuff mixed in with a lot of what she does on the daily with this reentry program for these convicts. But just thought it was super cool, super wholesome, and definitely worth checking out. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, this is the type of stuff that literally flips your feed, right?
Yep.
You're scrolling through and, man, this is going to sound bad, but like, you ever just watch Cops to make yourself feel good about like the decisions you've made in your life? Like, I've caught myself.
I haven't.
I have not.
I sit there and I watch Cops and I'm like,
especially when it was recorded especially when they are cops in the county next over, so you're like, oh man, at least I don't live there. I was like, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, I made some good choices in my life. At least I'm not, on meth and sitting in the back of a cop car in Pasco County.
But if you are, you're listening to this podcast right now because the police officer has it on.
Oh.
Let's flip your feet. We got you.
The point I'm trying to
it's
make
redemption,
though,
for real.
is like our God is a God of second chances, right? There's nobody that is so far gone that he can't redeem them, change and transform their life. And it's cool to follow creators, support ministries like this, support creators like this, because this is true kingdom work. This is impacting people in real ways. For the glory of God. Great creator, Matt. So that's Judge and Co. We'll put all the links below. Cool. So, all right.
Boom, boom.
Now for something a little different.
Way different. I was sitting there like, dang, that's so good. I was like, mine is a goofball dude who just reminds me of like kind of how my friends and I are just kind of like back when I was in college, and like how we're like, dude, man, there's so many. It's like being a young Christian single dude in like in a society where it's like there's what they try to do. This guy, his story though is kind of funny, and how he just went about starting it. He does this thing called polite catcalling. I don't know if you ever seen those videos before, but basically what he does, he did something where he's on a red carpet, and what he does is like, he's like, hey man, I just had this kind of epiphany where like, if I have a good thought about somebody, I'm gonna go and uplift them with my words, and I'm gonna just kind of speak life into them. I'm gonna make jokes, but keep it funny, keep it respectful, because in society right now, it's kind of where like it's made it to where it's like it's a quote unquote dog eat dog world, when that doesn't need to be the case at all. Mm-hmm. So where people are more receptive to like, oh snap, like I don't know what it's called. He's not the most Christ-like person, but he says this thing. I used to watching the guy's Pat McAfee, and he's a sports broadcaster, and he ends his show with the same line every day. He's like, say something nice, it might change your friend's life, because you never know what someone might go through. Goodbye. And that's how he always does that. Yeah. And he talks about how like one kind comment to someone straight up say, hey, I believe you're good enough to make it to the league, to make it to the NFL. And it changed his whole trajectory of his whole life. And dude's now, worth a few $100 million, and giving back to taking care of our veterans and doing all this amazing work with him and his wife and his daughter too. So it's kind of awesome, amazing stuff. So this guy, his name's Ben. short for Benedict. No relation to the traitor, but he's a good dude. He goes.
Traitor. That's a deep cut,
Or-
man. I don't know how many people are going to know that one.
Yeah. If you know, you know. Or at least not. Or relate to
Katelyn
the
doesn't
egg.
know.
No, I don't know.
But
I feel out of the loop.
In the
I'm
chat,
not on
in the chat
inside.
below, tell Katelyn who the traitor was.
again, comments below, guys. Make sure you let them know. That's some history knowledge. That's a Revolutionary War knowledge right there.
That's a historicity, baby.
History. Yes, sir.
It goes right next to tendernism.
The tenderism. Yes.
All right, well, let's look at some of this polite catcalling because you're right, man. These guys, to me, they're just one shade away from salvation because they're already
Yes.
shining light. They're already shining hope, trying to make
Yep.
culture better. But he's definitely been viral before. Absolutely.
I just love seeing some of his videos.
Damn, girl. You look like you know how to fold a fitted sheet. Damn, girl. You look like you know the difference between there, and there.
We're
Be out
teaching.
here being nice. Damn, girl.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
Damn, girl. You look like you wore your retainer. Damn, girl. You look like you never hit a curb. We being courteous out here. Damn, girl. Damn, girl. You look like you returned all your boyfriend's hoodies.
Oof.
Damn, little mama. You look like you live, laugh, and love.
Hey, there's Messi.
We out here being
I
nice.
didn't watch that first.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
And he's
man.
done like big
he's-
things too, like Oscars
He,
and
he
stuff.
legit
like
was
that,
just
right?
at the Oscars this past
There's a red-
weekend.
There's a red carpet
wow.
one on there, John. I think we scroll down a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go.
Is that one?
To be honest,
Grand.
your physical appearance is a show. That's not easy to be how you is. It's not easy to be
What does he have hanging out his hair?
Let me take these glasses off.
It's, I don't know. What is he? No.
Feathers.
There's no way your sexy ass got
It's not the one. He did one with Jelly Roll.
as good as you want Superman, dog.
That's Teddy Swims, right?
Teddy Swims, yeah. He did one with Michael B. Jordan and what was it, Zendaya? It's on that red carpet one. I just don't know where it's at. He did one with Timothy Chalamet's on it, but no, my brother and I were talking about it.
I didn't know royalty was here.
Is that Paris Hilton?
Yeah, it is.
Dang, boy. You make me
Young
want to put
blood.
on eyeliner so bad.
Caitlin, control yourself.
Let me borrow it.
That's that guy you were telling me about.
I didn't do that.
Dang, girl. Your music made me call my ex.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Take it from me.
Dang, sir. They should have cloned you on Jurassic Park.
I love me some Jeff Goldblum.
We in here
Yes.
midnight. Damn.
Side note, have you guys ever heard Jeff Goldblum play and sing? Brother
No.
can play the piano and sing. Like,
Really?
I
phenomenal.
saw someone doing an impersonation of him on the red carpet with him, impersonating him, and like they both sang the exact same way. He can sing. It's pretty awesome.
No, he's talented as heck, man.
So what are you
It's-
saying, Matt?
it's-
Do we need to start catcalling like graduations and funerals?
I mean, listen,
and,
I should
like,
say bare minimum. So on baptism Sundays, you got to be at least giving some. It's like, dang, man.
You know what?
So you were dirty, but you clean now.
We need to pitch that to Pastor Daniel. I'm just saying.
I
Like,
legit-
can we get
I-
Matt Houston over on the side doing a little catcalling,
no.
positive catcalling on baptism
Listen.
Sunday?
or at least let me go full blown Pentecostal with it. You know.
Rhea,
I
if
truly
you're
think
watching this,
that-
Rhea, pitch it to your dad. Come on.
I so think it'd be so cool if, as a podcast, we challenged ourselves and we pick it occasionally. That depending on the creator, that we, as a podcast, record ourselves doing or mimicking one of our creators. Like, for example, like you guys could go at church, so one of y'all could record each other, doing exactly what he does, but in a Christian sense. And then we like John, I told you, you said a food challenge. I was like, well, we could do a Courtney Cook food challenge. Like,
No,
we could literally
absolutely
do
not.
the
I am not
things.
putting cheese in a
Come
sweet
on,
potato.
Amy. Convince
No.
them, Amy. Come on.
It's
What?
blasphemy.
Whoa, wait, beg your pardon. Wait, what?
You got to go
Cheese
back.
and
Was it our very
potatoes.
first episode? I think it was. The
think
very
it might
first
have been.
episode. It's either first or second episode. You need to go back and watch it, Matt.
This
Courtney
was before
Cook.
she had a lot of people.
Yeah, this was before she really blew up. But this she's a teacher, and she does this thing where she sits down in her classroom and she puts together the weirdest plates of food and
You
just
thought I was weird.
chows down, dude. Like, she puts cheddar cheese and sweet potatoes. She eats raw green onions. She eats weird jams and pickles, and she makes charcuteries out of like onion cups. And
Oh man,
And
she
that's-
needs to get
Viral.
sponsored by Mints, is what she
People,
needs.
people love it. People love it because she's gone viral and they've tried her stuff, and she does have an acquired taste. But people
What-
try her combinations and love it. But I'm
Is she the same-
saying,
is she also the same one who did the whole mustard and watermelon thing?
no,
I don't think so.
It wasn't her?
Yeah.
No.
That she would be down for that though. Like, I could
yeah.
see her
Probably.
doing that.
It's in the same
Yeah,
lane.
look her up,
so
Courtney Cook. She's pretty famous now. So
Just taking notes. I like it.
yeah. So
man.
anyway, this is Ben Polizzi, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Polite Catcalling out there. We'll put his links in the description below. He is his videos have gone viral. He is pretty
Yeah, he's
funny
going.
to watch.
He's done crazy numbers.
He it's definitely interesting, if nothing else. So, all right. And let's see. We did Matt. So now it's Katelyn's turn.
Speaking of, like, I'm hearing you laugh, John. I gotta shout out my girl Marcy, who I know is listening. She is
What up,
obsessed
Marcy?
with your laugh. She loves your laugh, and I'm like, I told her, I was like, we need to do a compilation video of just John's laugh.
Well, if it can put a smile on your face, then I'm happy I have it. Not everybody has loved my laugh over the years, but it's mine, and I like it.
Yes,
It's
I
special.
love John's laugh.
John can just get on Cameo and just laugh for people.
See, the problem, though, is like the older I get, I'm starting to fall into that old person thing where it's like if I laugh too much, I start going like... And they're like, okay, are you all right? Did you finish your second pack of marbles today? No. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, thank you for that, Marcy. I'm glad you like to laugh. I think it's the only reason why my wife stays married to me, is that I'm funny. Let's go on to Katelyn's creator. Katelyn, instead of having big feelings this week, she has tiny feelings.
Which is ironic. So this creator, the reason I chose this creator, as a mom, if you're a mom, you know. I'm sorry, none of the three of you guys can relate to this particular feeling.
Yeah, I
but as a
haven't
mom,
been a mom yet.
there's just a lot of feelings you have, a lot of feelings you go through, a lot of changes that happen that only moms can know and acknowledge. And this creator literally takes the clips of her day, puts inspirational things on it, and it heals me a little bit every time I see something that I can relate to. And so if like you can relate to it and realize that you're not alone, that someone else is going through it, you're not crazy, you got this, little motivational, a little inspiring, and you can see the little moments of your life, and almost this is like a bright side moment, kind of in a different perspective. The things that frustrate you, anger you, are kind of that last little fuse moment. This is the tiny feelings that, like, the moments that literally can flip your day around if you change your perspective. So yeah, this is just every time I see a mom type of content that I relate to, it heals a little bit inside of me. It's like, you know what, I am doing a good job. I got this. Look at other people getting it. Look at how I can see the moments in my life. Just like that Bluey episode healed me just a little bit.
I've been hearing a lot about Bluey lately. Apparently,
Oh my
people
God.
Same.
are trying to
Parents therapy. Let me just
So
tell you
good.
what, it's so good.
people are trying to prepare your brother, Matt, for the influx of Bluey watching that he's going to have to do here upcoming.
It's okay. Bluey
I
is
wish
good for
we-
adults, not for kids.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest.
I wish we started with Bluey, man. Bluey's so good.
It's called my mentor slash basically my big brother. It was called Dudes. This is kind of a burly dude, and I remember joking around. I was like, "Yeah, bro, you hear about this Bluey?" He says, "You got something funny to say about Bluey?" And I was like, "Hey, no."
Bluey's good.
He's like, "We will not." He's like, "You can say whatever you want to say about anybody else, but Bluey." He's like, we don't talk bad about Bluey in this house. I said, "Hey, my bad, sir.
Bluey
My bad."
heals. Bluey
Yes.
heals parents. I'm telling you, because it's such a it's literally the cartoon version of what we're about to look at.
All right.
Oh,
So these are good to have in your feed. Is there anyone that you want me to picking.
You can click any of them and
Any
you
of
can
them?
just kind of scroll through them. Yeah, they're nothing talking. It's just kind of music, and it's her real moments, like her real pictures. Maybe go to the reels. I don't know. Instead of her posts, maybe go to her reels.
Let's check the reels here.
Yeah. There you go.
These are good to have in your feed because we talk about brain cleansers all the time, but like these make you stop and pause and read it and think about it.
It's moments like this that like everybody's had, and when you see it with a quote like this, it changes your perspective of your life.
But it's good because creators like this, they're putting stuff out there that uplifts, that encourages, that there's so much junk and brain rot out there.
Yeah.
Put this in your feed instead. You know what I'm saying?
Literally, I look at this and I'm like, the busyness of my day went by, and I missed all of the little moments like this, and she captures them, puts her everyday ordinary into something extraordinary for other people to see and change their perspective, to flip their feed. I love it. Heals a little bit of me every time I see it. She's got a good camera roll.
Yeah.
She understands the assignment.
Yeah. This one right here, it's all about counting your blessings, right?
Yeah. So good.
I don't know of a better way when you get into the, I believe we've mentioned it before, but you get into those mind spirals, that funk where everything is frustrating, everything looks bleak, everything's gloomy or whatever, but stop, man. Start counting the blessings, start counting the things around you, and it changes your perspective. Man, it's a shift in your heart, a shift in your mindset when you start looking at how much you have. I can't ever preach that enough, but so tiny feelings.
I love it.
We will definitely be putting the links in below. Again, this is something that is awesome to put into your feed. I always find that God uses creators like this to give you exactly what you need to hear in the moments that you need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? There's a funny way of doing that. He can use anything. He can use anyone, even if they're not like overtly Christian or trying to preach to you. God has a way of orchestrating those moments. But anyway, so awesome. Tiny feelings. And now for the crying.
Love that.
Everybody grab your tissues.
All right.
All right, so this one,
Conversation's done.
he's got a whole roll.
The whole roll.
I don't know if I believe I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but this creator, it's not really a creator, it's a ministry. And it's somebody that I have a personal connection with. When I was a young man, graduated in a program called Master's Commission. I interned under Bruce Steele, who is the founder of this ministry, City of Refuge, Atlanta. At the time, he was at a little tiny church in northern Atlanta called Midtown Mission Church of God. He was sent there to actually decide whether or not they were going to close the church. And instead, he saw a vision and saw a mission there and purpose there. And what he really started to do was to reach those that needed it the most in the inner city of Atlanta. And he, Bruce is probably never going to watch this, but he ruined me for the rest of my life when it comes to how I see faith, how I see kingdom purpose, what it means to do real kingdom work and impact people's lives. It doesn't matter what they look like, what they smell like, what their background is, what they've done in their life. All of them are worthy of grace, worthy of mercy, worthy of forgiveness, and worthy of God's love and compassion. So he founded City of Refuge out of this tiny church, and now it has grown into this massive organization in Atlanta. They post about it here on Instagram. They're big on Facebook and big on Instagram, but basically their ministry is all community focused. They were, I'm not sure if they were gifted it, but they were able to acquire a huge facility that they then converted into a church, into a food kitchen to feed people, into halfway houses to get people off the streets and to get women out of abusive situations. They have a culinary school. They have a auto shop school sponsored by Napa. They have a technology school that teaches people coding and cybersecurity. They have full K through 12 education center, and their entire focus here is to reach the people that are disenfranchised is probably the best word to use it in Atlanta, because it is so hard to break the cycle of poverty. It is so hard to break those generational curses over your children and over families when people have made so many bad decisions. And what City of Refuge does is it gives them that opportunity to come out of their situation and find Jesus, but then thrive. One of my favorite things that I see when I watch their feeds through donations and through other things, these single mothers that have moved into the halfway houses and have gotten education and their kids are going to school, they get to a point where they need a car so they can go to work, and they get donated a car. And it's like knowing Bruce, the senior pastor, a long time ago in his heart, seeing him in those videos handing the keys over, it's like he's a kid on Christmas. And it is a beautiful thing to see people truly restored, and truly experiencing transformation in their life, from where they were to where they are today. And the reason that I think this is so timely, and it's so cool, because I found out about it yesterday. I already knew I was going to talk about City of Refuge, but they have a documentary coming out about the story of City of Refuge literally next month. It's going to be available on Amazon Prime. It's going to be available on Apple TV. I've got the trailer pulled up, and there was no better way for me to convey what City of Refuge is about than to play this trailer. It's only like 2 minutes long, so we're gonna play that trailer. But this is one of those ministries that, if God told me to quit everything now and go do this, yes, gone there, because it truly impacts people. It meets them right where they are, and it's not in the cleanest of places. It's not in the safest of places. But I mean, look at all these kids, man. Like, they're being given the opportunity to thrive, where before they had no hope. This ministry has been able to open doors and give them opportunity and hope. That they can change their lives for the better and break those generational cycles of poverty and addiction and abuse. They also have another ministry called Most, and it's men opposing sex trafficking, and they have a whole ministry that's part of City of Refuge where they rescue people out of the sex trade, and they have rehabilitation homes. They're opening medical clinics free, and all this stuff these resources are available to these people, and it is such a place of transformation. If you're looking for a ministry to support, I urge and encourage everybody to look up City of Refuge. And there's also a possibility, depending on where you are in the country, there may be satellite locations near you, because it started with City of Refuge Atlanta, but I believe there's a City of Refuge Baltimore. I believe there's a City of Refuge LA. There's satellite campuses that they have launched ministries in other cities too. But anyway, I digress before I get too emotional. Matt, when I said that this is right up your alley, dude. If you ever get an opportunity to interact with this ministry, man, it's just so good. Let's go ahead and pull this trailer up here. All right. I'm going to sniffle, so I'm going to go ahead and mute this and start the trailer.
East Atlanta, where residents in one neighborhood say the crime problem is spiraling out of control.
In the city of Atlanta, if you're born into poverty, there's only a 4% chance you never live in poverty.
Living in poverty, you learn to survive.
At 13 years old, I was initiated into the Black Gangs of Disciples.
In 2001, a judge gave me a 20-year sentence for trafficking drugs.
If I didn't prostitute, I didn't have a life.
more people showed up every week that were in crisis. This young lady walked into the church and took me by the hands and her words to me, where I've been hooking and stripping 14 years. Can you help me get out of the life? And we just said yes.
I knew that was God speaking to me, telling me there's so much more than what you can see.
She said, if we're really going to impact the city, we have to go live in the city. In order for them to start to trust us, we have to be among them.
I was in the old sanctuary. I heard a gentle voice saying, Rhonda, I want you to move your family in there.
We lived there 6 years, broken into 34 times. She came back, pulled a gun out of her pocket, and intended to kill him.
That's part of the streets.
He said every other white preacher from the suburbs, at the first sign of trouble, they packed up and nobody thought you were coming back. I said, we come back.
Bruce said, I want to start a one-stop shop for people in crisis. And everybody said it's not going to work.
We discovered how difficult the journey is for somebody from brokenness to wholeness.
I was pregnant. I was addicted to heroin. My son was born addicted.
I want to be the mom I'm supposed to be, that God intended me to be.
Knowing that I have a place to go to every day that's safe has been wonderful.
I was selling drugs to the same clients that we service, so now I'm on the right side of it.
You have to survive this so you can save lives.
There's a war going on, brother, and I want to be on the winning side.
1 Corinthians 13:13 gave us our blueprint: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love.
Man, to say that you get to wake up and be a part of that, now I know that's the highlight reel, and that's not easy, but oh my goodness.
Got me up here teary-eyed.
I've told John before, and this is not new for him to hear, but it's like, imagine what it's like. I mean, it's going to be work, and it's going to be hard, and you're going to have those 24-hour airport, sick in the airport moments, but like, imagine waking up and saying, my job is I get to live for the way Jesus intended me to live, and he's put a plan and purpose, and I get to fulfill that every single day. That's freaking awesome to be able to say.
That's, bro, so powerful, because literally this is literally my heart. Like, this is very spot on. This is crazy. I haven't had a chance to even hear about them, but like, I sure enough, I pray and proclaim that I get to work alongside with him, because like it's one that's so powerful and it's so amazing to see, because like he said, the scriptures, the greatest amongst these is love, and like it's so easy for us to get caught up in like the whole like the work of it, that we forget that our first ministry is to people, and it's to love them. And then like, man, this is some powerful. I'm sorry, I'm lost in words. I'm just
maybe you'll get to maybe you can like reach out to them, get them to like pour into you, give you some ideas of what to do and what to start. Like,
well, it's like you said, Matt. Like, you know, when people are worried about getting food, they're not worried about salvation. They're not worried about the other. Like, until your basic needs are met, that conversation falls on deaf ears, and we are called to be the hands and feet of the kingdom, exactly. And to reach these people. I mean, this collective impact. They placed over 600 people in 2005 in jobs. They rehoused 910 people, and they served over 300,000 meals in 1 year alone, out of that one ministry. And you know, I can't wait to watch this documentary. You know, I played a very, very small part in interning when it was just getting started. But like, man, when he's talked about, they told him to move into that church, I carried their fridge into that church. Me and two other dudes, you know, like we carried that upright piano into that building. You know, I got to see them living in that part of the building. When they say they got broken into over 23 times in 1 year, 34, or 34, whatever it was, they're not kidding. I've seen what happens when people break in and steal the church sound equipment, but yet they still have service. I've seen the heart of this kind of came out of a thing that Bruce called a Matthew party, where, you know, we were expecting people who had no means to come to our church. Well, what if we took our church to them? And we started doing church services in the middle of project areas, And we not just did church, we also did food, and then we also brought light bulbs and mini blinds and things to fix bicycles and things that helped people in their homes right there where they needed it. We as a church and a ministry went to them instead of expecting them to come to us. This ministry, Bruce Deal, this man, has literally shaped the foundation of my theology and faith, because at a young age I was able to see what real Christianity in action, real faith in action was. Right. It's made it hard. I'm not going to lie, to be a part of some churches. And I'm extremely thankful that Grace World, the church that we're at now, is one that does kingdom work. But like, this to me showed me what it was to really accept the burden of the calling to reach the last, the least, and the lost. And phenomenal. It's a phenomenal ministry. I can't say enough about it. I can't wait for the documentary to come out next month in April. Go follow them on socials. I'm sure they're going to promote it. If you're in the Atlanta area, they do church services on Sunday. If you can connect with them in any way, shape, or form, I highly encourage it. But yeah, so City of Refuge, I'll definitely be putting links in the comments below. But
awesome.
To just have been a little part of that ministry is like, I wear that like a badge. Like, I got to be a little piece of that.
That's so cool.
And yeah,
I
go
love,
back in a heartbeat.
I love hearing stories like that, man. I'm a sucker for good origin stories. Like, I don't know, since I've been a kid, I love hearing how things began. Like, it's just, I think it's just my way my brain works. So like hearing like how like when you got to be part of the beginning of that, but like I guarantee you probably didn't even think about imagining it being to the level it is right now, and the impact and like, and not just the impact of just families, but just like generations have been changed from that, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Like that's so awesome when you think about stuff like that. Like, because just like Cliff Notes, my what's called, like my family's is a story like that, right? So my great grandfather legit was a popular agnostic, right? Like very much like I don't believe in. He legit dared God, if you're real, take my arm away. Like make it where like I cut off my right arm if you really believe that you're gonna do this. And legitimately, some freak accident, loses his right arm, and he legit runs to the church. Is like, God, to give you my whole life, and then became a profound evangelist and legitimately traveled the country the rest of his life sharing the gospel. And then then all his kids went into ministry. My grandma and my grandmother and my grandfather are Pope pastors and been pastors for over 50 plus years. So it's like in both sides of my family. So like I understand that from someone like that's one moment, just one quick little, like if someone's understanding, like you might not see the impact of it right in that one moment. Yes, we do believe in restoration just for that family, but man, the children and the children's children that come from that, who will never have to know what life was before that, because they've only been blessed in this covering of walking with God in the fullness of it from what He has for them. It's amazing.
Well, it's literally like the Galatians 6:9. Do not grow weary in doing good, for in time you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. I mean, imagine okay, so you carried a fridge in their church, John. I mean, imagine what this podcast could be and turn into, and the lives that it could touch, and the people that it impact. We probably won't ever see it in some regards, or like your ministry, Matt, that you're building, or the devotional that I'm writing, or the countries and people that, Matt, we talk about that you've gone and impact. I mean, we'll see and get to see what it's like when we're in heaven one day and see the impact that we made. But I mean, it's pretty cool. It's easier to see other people's journeys, but acknowledge where we are and the seeds we're planting now. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, that internship wasn't all like roses, raindrops, and unicorns. There were moments. That church was old, and every time it rained, the basement flooded. And you're the intern, so guess who's down there with a shop vac, getting the water out of the carpet? And oh, that window's broken again. Clean up the glass. Or, one of the things that I had to do that summer as well was go do children's ministry in the projects. And there was some sketchy times. And I don't know if you've ever been in Atlanta in the summertime. There's also hot, and I do not like hot. But I did it because it's where God put me. And now that I'm older, I mean, Lord, that was what? I was probably 18. I mean, it's over 30 years ago. Like the stuff that he taught me then, that the Lord taught me then, is the foundation of who I am today. And the fundamental principles of not seeing people just as the world would see them, but seeing the value in the person despite the situation or where they're coming from, and understanding and having empathy that, people make bad choices all the time. But that doesn't mean that they're disqualified from God's grace or his mercy. And then the kids, it's not their fault. They're born into that situation. And that's why I have such a heart for City of Refuge and other like ministries like Give Hope to Kids down in Honduras, that they give opportunity for these kids to be able to change their trajectory in life. If you said you like origin stories, Matt, Bruce, the founder of City of Refuge, has a book that he wrote called Trust First. I think I've recommended it on the podcast before. Highly recommend it. It's his origin story. And I'm sure that the documentary is probably going to pick up where that book left off and keep going. But it's a great book. It's going to challenge you. It'll make you cry. But if you want, with your heart and what you're focused on with your nonprofit, I feel like it is right in alignment with the mission and vision of something like City of Refuge. So you may pick up some things from that story that encourages you or gives you ideas or anything like that. And if you're ever interested in working with City of Refuge, I know some people, so I can probably hook you up.
I will take you up on that.
But yeah, no. Healing is for everyone, no matter the circumstance. I know, like Matt's creator today was all about second chances. We've highlighted people like God Behind Bars before, creators like that. That's all about second chances in prison ministry. It's important to support financially if you can, but also on social media. It's post about these people, share their posts, share their opportunities, because even if you don't have the means or the availability to necessarily help them, we say it all the time, trying to promote ourselves, right? Like, comment, subscribe, all those things. Do that for these ministries. Hype them up as much as you can. Push them out to as big of an audience as you can, because you never know when it's going to reach that one person who just came into like a $10 million trust fund and is like, hey, you know what? That church needs $1 million. Let me write them a check. Because you never know. But it's important to support them on social media. It's not just for the negative stuff, guys. We preach this all the time about flipping your feed. But we need to, as a community, if we want hope in our faces, if we want to see hope and creators that provide that hope, we need to hype them up, promote them, put them out there as well. It's all about that community that comes around them and spreads that that perspective on our world. Because there is so much that can be negative, especially right now with what's going on in the world. And we're not a downer politics podcast or world events podcast, but I mean, there's a lot of strife, uncertainty in the world. But, everybody on this podcast will agree with me. There is one thing that is a foundation, and that is for sure. And it is our faith in Jesus Christ, and the fact that you can come to him no matter where you are, and he transform your life. Again, we get sometimes a little too preachy on here. I don't know. If any of you ever wants to ask questions about Jesus, or is interested in having a relationship with him, feel free to DM us, send us a message. Any one of us would be happy to talk to you about Jesus. Anyway, I need to stop talking. Ooh.
No, you're good. I was just going to tag on to that, because one of the things I was thinking about possibly sharing just on the topic of healing was taking on that personal challenge of how can you help, bring healing to others. And it's not just these ministries that that are the ones who are tasked with or responsible for helping bring that healing and restoration. It's really how you live your life every day, and how the way that your impact in someone's day can truly make a difference. And one of the things I was just thinking of, even before we started recording tonight, was just how many people have had, an interaction with church or with Christianity or religion, really. I'd say religion, and, they just had a bad experience or a bad taste because whoever was supposed to be representing Christ in that moment just maybe failed. Maybe they were in a moment of weakness, or they just did not represent Jesus well. And so it's oftentimes like, if I really have to think about this, because it can be so easy to just go about your day, and I've shared this before, it can be so easy to go about your day and just go from one task to the next without thinking about who's in front of you or who's there in the store around you. But when I truly think about it, it makes me see people through a different lens. And like, sometimes you can just discern in that moment, like, man, I just feel like there's like heaviness on this person, or like I can just sense like sadness, and sometimes just being like an extension of that healing, like making a moment for Christ to connect with that person, and just asking them like, hey, how are you doing today? Like, I just had this feeling like I was supposed to ask you for prayer, and how can I pray for you today? And even just a moment like that can help bring healing to someone who might have had such a poor taste in their mouth from a bad church experience, or a bad experience with a quote-unquote Christian or religious person. So I don't know, I guess just in that, my encouragement is to also, be that movement. Don't just rely on, some of these organizations, but do it yourself too. And of course support these organizations, because they're doing it day in and day out on a larger scale, but like, you can also make an impact in people's lives. So
absolutely.
I think too, like, I mean, if anybody's listening to the podcast right now and you're like, well, I don't know how I can heal people, I don't know how my journey, my story, my anything helps with any of that. Well, Revelation 12:11 says, by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony, they were overcome. So I will tell you that your testimony, the journey you've been through, either you're in it or on the road or already overcome it, your story is the key to someone's cell to unlock the victory that they're waiting to, so you can be that hand that pulls them out of their darkness and help them heal on their journey, because you've been there, done that, lived that, you've overcome it, and you're going to help them overcome it with your story, so you can literally help anybody heal with whatever they're going through, because you've lived it already.
Yeah, testimony's powerful. I mean,
man.
You can't dispute someone's testimony, especially when they've been transformed by the power of a living God. There is weight, there is authority behind the words of somebody who has truly experienced a walk in a transformative experience with the Lord. Yeah, I'm going to start preaching again if I keep going down that road. But
I knew we weren't going to be able to touch on this topic without going here. So I guess now might be a good time for me to pivot to my healing oils that I'm selling on the side.
He's a witch. He's a witch.
No.
Oh,
I'm
man.
totally
The miracle water complete.
Yeah. I've got some anointed cloths that I'll sell you for $5 a piece.
These essential oils are truly essential.
Yeah. Now, again, I mean, we make light of that. There is something to anointing and oil, but
Oh no, I believe that. I was literally talking about.
No, I know.
I got my different oils for different boo-boos.
Are you that all natural crunchy?
Am I that? No.
Dad?
Is his wife?
No,
not really. Okay, I've known a lot of people. Tiffany Cummings.
I probably got some unread DMs. People wanted to sell me their product, so I'm sorry if I haven't gotten back to you.
I mean, just to tag on. I mean, I know we make light of that, but for those, Matt, you were talking about being hurt by Christians, and I mean, church hurt is a real thing. right? That's one, I keep promoting Grace World, but I feel like it is a place that people that have experienced church hurt other places, for some reason, God brings them to Grace World to heal. And then once they heal, there's no stopping them, which I think is very cool. But I would encourage anybody out there that maybe has experienced church hurt, because we're people, we're humans. Again, I've been teaching about the New Testament at my church, and when digging into that in the words of Paul, the New Testament church faced the same problems that we're facing today. Humanity has not changed. We are just as stupid as they were back then, and we need to listen to the words of Paul just like they did back then. But if you've experienced church hurt, remember that it was people that hurt you, not the Lord. And I would encourage you to give church another try. Maybe go someplace different. Maybe not go back to the same place you went before. But the biggest thing I could encourage you to do is, you don't need to go to a church to experience Jesus. You can start talking to him right now. Pray. If you truly want to have a real experience with him, pray. And he will guide and direct you to a place that you can find community, where you can learn more about him, where you can connect with him, and understand what it is to truly be a follower of Christ and not just a quote-unquote Christian, because there is a difference.
Talk about it.
But anyway, we're at an hour and 25 minutes, and we could probably keep going for another hour. Because you start talking about Jesus, man, there's no end.
It is.
I'm going to just title this one episode 15, the one where we preach. No. But yeah, any final closing thoughts before we go to the wheel of topics for the next episode? Keep in mind, this episode, man, this is going to be a great one. This episode's the live premiere. So we're going to be in the chat on Saturday talking with people. So
lit.
Yeah.
One of the things I'd like to say is to just kind of close it out for me, but at the women's conference last year, we were talking about testimonies and things like that, and healing, and Kathy, if you're listening, girl, I love you. She gets the best hugs, but there's a Bible verse that says, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper," and then she said, and she tacked on to that, but it doesn't say it won't form. So, just whatever you feel like is coming at you, whatever weapons the enemy is forging, just know that God controls that fiery furnace, and he's going to use that to forge what the enemy's intending evil, to turn it in for good for him, and that destroys the enemy in itself. So, just remember, what you think's coming at you, it's going to be forged right back against the enemy if you leverage the Lord with it. So,
interesting.
Go for it, man.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Prouty. I said no. I just one thing I've always tried to share too, especially when healing, and then from spiritual to physical. I said you're never meant to do it alone, and I think sometimes society has made it deem where we feel like we have to overcome these things by ourselves, but the Lord never asked us to do that by ourselves. So I think that's why I think it's so important to have a village, to have a community of believers, or a community of believers who are focused on the right things to help lead you out of whatever you're going through. And even to not even on the spiritual side of it, but also to mental health is a real thing as well. Those mind games are a real thing, and don't allow that circumstance of those mind games to bog you down in a way to where you feel like you have to be isolated, when that's just literally just your body trying to play a game on you. So always make sure you're around the right people who help you, who uplift you up, who not just keep you accountable, but also speak life into you. Because you need I'm telling you, the right friend group, the friend group and community will do drastic changes in your life when you have it. Because I know I've been in part of groups where oh man, this feels like everything's being sucked out of me. My energy's being sucked out of me when I'm around them. And I'm to where I'm around people oh snap, this is a very healthy dynamic of hey, I'm challenging you to be better, but also I'm speaking life into you as well. Yeah. So, this is a powerful group. So I just kind of always say, man, healing doesn't always have to might not always look the same, but it's never usually done alone. So
absolutely.
Yeah, and just for me, I mean, let it be a challenge for you even this week. Like, how can you be a conduit, of healing for someone else? How can you maybe impact someone, step into their day, and just be that maybe first step towards healing, whether it's offering a hug or asking to pray with them or buying someone's gas. It's expensive right now, y'all. Unless you drive a Tesla. But like for real, like do an act of kindness, like be a conduit for healing for someone this week. And yeah, that's kind of my thought, my challenge.
Matt's all up in his feels.
Yeah, always.
All right, so there's no good transition from this to shenanigans, so let's transition into shenanigans.
What are we gonna get this time?
So, Matt H., this is your first time with the Flip Your Feed Wheel of Insanity topics. We started out with 52, I think.
Look how big the words are now.
The words are getting bigger and bigger, and we're clicking down each week with a new topic, and this is how we find out what we're going to talk about next week. So, for episode 16, let's go ahead and spin that wheel.
That was good, guys. Good job.
John wants hugs.
I do want hugs, and I'm not getting it.
Oh, interesting.
It's going to be the holiday cheermeister.
The best way to spread Christmas cheers by singing
pudding
loud and clear.
Oh, dear. Cheer. Yeah, so
Cheer.
I don't know who the guy was that created this list. We're sticking through it until we're done, though.
Cheer.
So next week, episode 16 will be about cheer. So
We love it.
Matt H., it has been a honor and pleasure to have you on the podcast. And again, I have a feeling this is not the last time you're going to be on this podcast.
Yeah.
Do you have any? I know we kind of did our final thoughts, but do you have any words of Matt wisdom to drop on the community before we close out? I am totally putting them on the spot, guys.
I totally did. I said just love God, love people, and I think everything else will take care of the rest. But definitely, I said I love when we come. I love, Lord willing, when we can come back next time. I got an update with you guys with some more JML stuff, and just continue to be part of it, to see the greatness of what God's good to do within our community. So yeah.
I'm excited to hear more about JML and what you're doing there. Again, send me those links so that I can drop them in the description when we go ahead and post this video. So, any other closing knowledge drops? Matt's like, no, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm done.
I just want to say that, hey, last time Courtney Cook was on our podcast and she blew up. So Matt H., you've now been on your podcast. I can't wait to see you blow up. So.
Well, I mean, to clarify, she wasn't actually a guest on the podcast.
But I'm just saying, he's got big things and he's got God on his side. Courtney's got onions.
Courtney and halitosis
and cheese.
Anyway, thank you guys. We'll do a last again pitch. If you've watched this long and you're not subscribed, like seriously, what's stopping you? Like, literally, take your hand, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and smack that notification bell. If you're on your TV, you can do it through your Roku. Like seriously, guys. New episodes every Saturday. We're trying to grow the community. To get more and more impact out there on these creators. Again, follow us on Spotify. That's what it's called. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. We appreciate you guys, the regulars. We love you. Emily, Jason, Chris, the other Jason. We appreciate you guys. Matt Houston, but we didn't even get to talk about this, how much Matt loves the intro song. Like, do you want to say words about the intro song? Like, you can.
All I should have said, the thing that scares me the most is that it's AI. That's terrible. When I found that out, I literally was like, there's no way. You're like, no, man, I'm serious. It was all AI. I was like, that scares me a lot. So I was like, but besides that was so awesome. It's so sick. I didn't know it was AI. I'm like, that's how good it was. And I was in here, got me jamming and rapping to it. I'm not gonna lie, there was for a good little minute I just kept playing the intro. This is kind of a
We
bop.
all
Like,
have done it. We all have done it.
I was like, yes. Oh man,
Awesome.
It's great.
The kids know the words to the song.
If you have an
So
awesome
sick.
band out there, guys, we would love to have a real recording of the song. So
Heck yeah.
DM us, email us. We'd love to get that done. But anyway, on that note, Katelyn looks like she's getting ready to push a button or something.
I am. I'm recording. I gotta have content, y'all.
It scares me. Like what are you doing, Katelyn? On that note, we out. Peace.
LightMode, turn that frown around. Bright side vibes bouncing all around. Hopes bursting out, laughter everywhere. Packed with pure joy, we're taking you there. LightMode, wonder we bring. Good times forever, hear us sing. Feel the beat. Flip your feet.